expect this to happen. Alright. There we go.
Mario. Okie dokie.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Half your stream yesterday was technical issues. Yeah, I tested this yesterday as well, and it worked fine when I uploaded it to YouTube. So, don't know why it's not working today. For some reason I can't vote. Huh. Yeah, US version. I am using the US version of the game, which is slightly slower since Peach reads the text at the beginning. But I mean, I just took my last TAS, which also used the US version, and then I changed everything after Klepto and SSL, since that's where my first major time loss was. So the first thing we're going to be doing is, we're immediately going to be going into Dark World, just like the world record. So, standard LBLJ. There is a TAS BLJ that you can do in the lobby, which is slightly faster, but it's also a lot harder, which is why I didn't do it. Hey, and Disney, hope you're doing well. Yeah, this is not 3D All-Stars. Busted Fat Nut, thanks for redeeming first. The 3D All-Stars version does have BLJ patched out. Submitted 10 resets for yes, nice. Forgot this was TAS for a second, and this is incredible. Gotcha. Yeah, this is the kind of run where if you watch it, you could think that's RTA for a second if you just forget all of the first frame long jumps and such. Because there aren't any major tassel-only tricks that I do throughout the entire run.
Here we go!
And collecting our first star. Heading into Dark World Reds. Or, Dark World, the boss fight, rather. I did get burned twice in Dark World, which is unfortunate. But since I started making my second TAS from Klepto, I wasn't able to fix it. If I make another TAS of this game, I'll start back from the beginning. And then I'll fix all the mistakes in it. Alright, split coming up. That split is misleading. I'm exactly 0 frames behind my previous TAS right now. Lucky not doing this on newest Mupin. Desyncs every time I record an M64 file. That sucks, man. Yeah, I'm using a version of Mupin that's actually pretty old. I'm using version 0.5. Plot twist, Rayyaw using a hack switch copy of 3D All-Stars. Yeah, I don't have the skills to hack a switch. I don't even own this switch, to be honest. Alright, so doing some grinds for fun there. The first star I'm gonna do is Owlless. I do triple jump Owlless, and it's not even that fast. This was actually one of the hardest tricks in the run, at least in my first TAS. And since I kept that part, this Owlless alone took me about 800 re-records, which is a lot harder than I expected it to be. It was more than LBLJ and OG Canonless combined. It's not the hardest trick in this TAS, as you'll see later on though. So then, standard, shoot into the wild blue. I grinded for the meme. Well, it's not just for the meme. I was trying to do dive grinds there, but I couldn't get it. and I guess I just forgot to fix it. So next up is cannonless. I will, of course, be doing OG cannonless, but I'm using the kind of RTA viable setup that top level runners use. And with that, out of wumps, we're still exactly plus 0.0 to the previous TAS. Turns out it's actually faster to exit level to return to the lobby, then walk back to the lobby, so that's what I do. Alright, now we're going into SSL. This is so awesome. Glad to hear you're enjoying it. The first star in SSL is, I think it's shining atop the pyramid. This setup is slightly slower than the triple jump in CRTA because I wasn't able to get it. You feel that tassing this made you a better tasser? Absolutely. Before this, I'd only entered in like one TAS competition, so I had basically no experience. When I went into this, I knew pretty much nothing about this game, like I've never played it before, and I hadn't made a TAS either. Next up is pillarless. I'm not doing comma pillarless, and it was fairly sloppy overall, but I'm still pretty happy that I got it. After this star is where I started redoing the TAS, so Klepto's up next. In my previous TAS, I lost almost 30 seconds to Klepto because I ended up in the quicksand. In this TAS, I decided to go for the beginner strat instead, play it safe, because I'm still saving time. How long did this take? I started this TAS, hold on, and split. We're now about 12 seconds ahead. I started this TAS, I want to say in June, and then I took a break for a couple months. I released the first version of this TAS, I want to say around the end of last year, maybe October or November, and then I started reworking this earlier this month. So first up in LOL we got logless, same as RTA, just a triple jump wall kick. And then, of course, I'm going to be doing LOL reds, I'm going to be doing Boil the Big Bully. And then, instead of hot foot it into the volcano, I did the elevator tour inside the volcano. It's only about a second slower, and it's also a lot easier, or at least I find it to be a lot easier, because I wasn't able to get the double lava boost up to the hot footed star.
Here we go!
LOL doesn't have any major time saves over the previous TAS. However, there are some small optimizations that I'm going to point out. Boil the Big Bully is probably the only star that's slightly slower than the previous TAS, and the reason is I wasn't able to get good bully RNG, where he charged me and I was directly towards an edge. I did start jumping towards the star platform earlier though.
Here we go!
How many TASes like this exist? That's a good question actually, I'm not sure. I'd say 16 star TASes. Probably not all that many. Here, I cut the corners more tightly than my previous TAS. Smaller TASes, I don't know. If you're talking about like ILs, there are plenty of those out there that are done by like 1 or 2 people. If you're talking about solo TASes the full game, I'd suspect not all that many either. Jumping up higher on the poles there to avoid climbing for as long. And we leave LOL about 17 seconds ahead. Next up is HMC. I do have A little bit of time save, actually a lot of time save here compared to my previous task. My previous task got a ledge grab on the Amazing Emergency Exit platform, the Rolling Rocks platform, and the platform for the item box triple jump, and in this task I was able to cut out all three of those. So got Amazing Emergency Exit right there without ledge grab. And next up is Rolling Rocks, I believe. Yep. The reason I actually did Rolling Rocks second here is I tried to do it as the first star, but I got bad RNG, so I came back to it. And then, of course, we have the Toad Star. I tried to collect the star with backwards momentum to get back into the HMC warp, but I wasn't able to get it after about, I want to say it was like an hour of trying. Sub 17 easy. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see for that. Unfortunately, I did lose a few frames to lag there because I saved instead of clicking don't save. You're probably looking at this thinking I put so much work into this. That's true, this did take a very long time to make, and a considerable amount of effort as well. Next up is Swimming Beast in the Cavern. I was able to save a lot of time here over my PB by not hitting the death planes and being able to dive directly to the star. Leaving HMC about 25 seconds ahead. The Mips grab here is also slightly faster than my previous task, because instead of grabbing him as early as possible, I try to grab him as close to the door as possible, so I don't have to walk as much with Mips, which is slower. Then, obviously, pretty fast Mips clip, and we're gonna have first try 30 star door clip as well. I was present when you made that HMC triple jump. Nice. Now, of course, we have the Lord Bowser Substar in DDD. I was actually able to save a surprising amount here as well. My previous task had no lag reduction whatsoever here, and my swimming was also suboptimal. And so by optimizing those, I was able to save nearly 20 seconds. I should point out there is still some time to be improved here. As I do front sub, I turn the camera directly towards the sub, which creates a ton of extra lag. And during the star fade out cutscene, it's also looking straight at the sub, so that's some more lag. I forgot to split there, so I'd say I'm between 42 and 45 seconds ahead at this point compared to my previous tasks, and about a minute and a half, maybe a minute and 3/4 behind the record. Fire C is pretty standard here. I will do pole glitch right there. Fun fact, pole glitch actually has nothing to do with the pole. There are two overlapping ceilings, one of which is hangable, and so the game automatically snaps you to the hangable ceiling. Unfortunately here, I was not able to catch an earlier cycle, so I had to just wait it out. And ending with a long jump off to the side with a double lava boost. Do you plan on doing a Mario Sunshine task? Probably not. I'll stick to tasks of this game for now. That might change in the future sometime though. The Bowser throw in this fight was, I want to say, slightly faster than the previous fight, or the fight in my previous task. And so we're going to be saving a couple seconds in Fire C as well. We're now 46 seconds ahead, and we've still got time to save. The main point of my previous task that was sloppy is the 70-star door BLJ was actually 5th try, and the 50-star BLJ was pretty slow as well. And so I fixed both of those. They're now both 1st try, and they're both pretty fast. So going into the 50-star door BLJ. I don't catch the stairs on the 1st jump, but I do catch them on the 2nd jump. I found that if I caught them on the 1st jump, I actually got too much speed. And then here on the 70-star endless staircase, catching the stairs on the 1st backwards long jump, saving, I want to say, almost 15 seconds. Now going into Bowser in the Sky. What I did on that ramp is I just dive and then I recover the next frame, and it leads to only Mario's feet being out of the ground for some reason. This section was also slightly optimized compared to my previous task. I was able to get that triple jump much higher up the slope. Doing a triple jump wall kick. And getting over to that elevator a little bit faster. And I think cutting that corner was also something that my previous task didn't do. Slightly faster pipe entry as well, and going into Bowser's throws. Oh, I forgot to mention it when it came up, but the hardest part of this task was actually getting front sub. For some reason I was stuck on an hour on it for this task, even though I'd done it before, and last time it wasn't that bad. This last throw, I wasn't actually able to hit the bomb in front of me, so I had to hit the one to the right, and that's actually something that happened in my previous task as well. I'm staring at a bomb, and then I hit a different bomb with Bowser, and the final time of this task is 17:11. Yeah, so close. Next task will be a lot better than this. I'm going to redo Dark World and Womps. I'm going to redo the beginning of SSL, and so it's going to be a lot cleaner. Let me post the prediction results right now. Yo, and Disney, thanks for the 100 bits. Really appreciate it, man. Thanks for the GGs and Disney. It's not over yet though. After this, I'm probably going to start the next task right away, actually. And for those of you that don't want to stick around, if you're ever interested in watching me task this game, you can just follow me here on Twitch. If you want to join the Discord, you can type !Discord in chat. That's also a great place to keep up with the community. I will be releasing both the M64, the input file for this game, as well as the YouTube video of this in either in less than an hour in the case of the YouTube video, or in the case of the M64 file, I'll upload it to my Discord as soon as I'm done streaming.
And it's all thanks to you.
Thanks for the GGs, King of Assists. Really appreciate it.
Special for you.
Here we go!
Listen, everybody. Let's bake a delicious cake for Mario.
I do plan on making TASs besides 16-star TAS in this game eventually. For the moment, the reason I've been sticking to 16-star is it's a fairly short category. If I did say 70-star, then I'd have to put in a lot more work, or I'd have to find somebody to do it with. And credits music always gets me moving. Yeah, I feel like this end credits music is really good. Super Mario 63 actually has the same credits music, and hearing this right after you PB is so satisfying. Or in this case, it's not after I PB, but after months of hard work. Hey Freezer, you just got here? Dang, that sucks, you missed the reveal. Thanks for the congrats, appreciate it, man. What time is the TAS? This TAS is a 17:09, at least according to these splits. When I timed it last time on YouTube, and I had slightly more accurate splits, I got 17:11 as the final time. Either way, not a sub 17 time, but it's pretty close. Do I have your respect yet? If you're asking me, then yeah. Oh, you're asking Potato, okay. Yeah, I love how in 16 star, most of the credits don't make sense because you haven't been to half the locations on it. For 1 star, it's even worse.
Thank you so much.